Today, we're just sitting down with our coffee, having honest conversations about retirement. What's great, what's hard, what we like about it, what we don't like, and everything in between. This morning, we're going to be talking about having fun in retirement. We're Greg and Vanessa. Thanks for joining us on our retirement adventures. Hey, friends. Welcome back to Coffee Talk on our retirement adventure. I've got my coffee. Hope you do too. You know what nobody really talks about enough? Having fun in retirement. You know, retirement can actually be fun, not boring. Not sitting around waiting for the doctor's appointments. Not, I guess I'll watch TV again. I'm talking about real fun, the kind you didn't have time for when you were working and schedules and stress were running your life, you know. So today we're talking about retirement fun, what it really looks like and how you can start enjoying it, whether you're already retired or just thinking about it. If you're retired, close to retiring, or secretly counting down the days, this one's for you. You know, a lot of people think retirement means slowing down, right? In reality, I think it often means finally speeding up the way you want to speed it up, getting those bucket list items checked off, you know what I mean? For a long time, your life ran on alarm clocks, Gantt charts, deadlines, meetings, and someone else's priorities. Well, retirement flips that script. Suddenly, you wake up and think, what do I want to do today? Weird, right? Once you get past that adjustment phase, that's when the fun begins. I found this description of fun. It said, fun is a proactive choice to approach life, work, and challenges with playfulness, curiosity, and positivity. I think that's pretty much sums it up, don't you? The best part of retirement fun, for me, it's freedom. Freedom of time, location, schedule, choice. You don't need permission anymore. No PTO requests, no rushed weekends, no Sunday night dread. You want to go to breakfast at 10 a.m. on Tuesday? Do it. You want to take a spontaneous road trip? Do it. Stay up late and sleep in? You can do it. Congratulations. That's retirement fun in its purest form. You don't have to have new fun. It could be old fun. You know, things you might have done at a different time in your life. You know, before things got so hectic, maybe. Things you loved years ago but didn't have time for. Like, as a kid, I used to love to go fishing. Anywhere. I mean, we'd go to ponds and fish. You know, catch a mess of brim or crappie. But I haven't been able to do that in my work life. Maybe you like photography, woodworking, gardening, cooking real meals, playing music, hiking, painting, writing. Maybe you like writing. Learning new tech. That's something I like. Retirement gives you the gift of unrushed time. You're not squeezing all your fun times into evenings and weekends anymore. And that's when hobbies stop feeling like chores and start feeling like joy again. Now let's talk about travel, because retirement travel just, well, it hits differently, right? Not rushing to airports on Friday nights. No squeezing trips into one stressful week. No traveling during peak times unless you want to. Retirement travel means leaving midweek, right? Staying longer, moving slower, maybe maybe spending less money, depending on what you want to do. I remember planning trips when I was working. Uh, we would have, say, a 1 week window for going to the beach. We'd get up extremely early to head out and drive all day so we could get the most time out of being there. And you spend the first couple days recovering from the long trip to get there, right? Now, we can take 2 days to get there if we want to. No rush, no stress. Stay as long as we want. And when we get home, we're not completely worn out and tired from vacation. If we want, we can take 2 days to travel home. It's all good, Whether it's RV travel, road trips, going to national parks, small towns, beach months instead of beach days, you finally get to travel your way. And the fun isn't just the destination. It's the freedom to change plans whenever you feel like it. When I was a kid, we might take a vacation to the beach every 3 or so years. We had a pop-up camper that we would take to the beach campgrounds down at Panama City Beach, Florida. There might be 3 vehicles of families all going on this trip. Cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, My dad always planned the itinerary. He hand wrote the travel schedule on index cards. Each vehicle had an index card that showed exactly our departure time, the ETA to each town or city along the way. And if we're going to stop along the way and look at something interesting, it would be on the schedule on the index cards. We stuck strictly to the schedule. Now, occasionally, we'd have car trouble, and the schedule got delayed, but not if my dad could help it. I have great memories from those days, and I wouldn't change a thing about them. But I do remember some stress from those trips also. I remember we would get up around 4 a.m., get everybody jammed into that station wagon with the luggage, ice chest, pillows, and all, and head out on our adventure. We had great times, but I decided when I got older and in charge of planning family trips, if we wanted to stop along the way and look at something interesting, we absolutely would, regardless of schedule. It might be the world's largest ball of yarn or whatever. I haven't seen that ball of yarn yet, but hey, you never know. Now, I've always tried to plan trips so that we're not going through a heavily populated city during rush hour as much as possible. But I try not to make it a stressful, rushed event. If we see something that we want to stop and take a closer look at, we're going to stop. Vanessa might see something that interests her, and she just says, hey, can we stop? And if there's any way I can get off the road at that point, we're going to stop. Retirement often brings better social lives, not worse ones. Fun can take other forms, You have time to meet friends for coffee, volunteer for different things, join clubs, maybe take classes. There's lots of things you can do that are fun to do. Everyday fun counts too. Retirement fun isn't always big adventures. When you think about fun, it's really a state of mind, an attitude that you purposely decide to have. Fun is entertainment, lighthearted pleasure, enjoyment, amusement, and excitement. And it doesn't have to cost a penny. Sometimes it's a morning coffee with no rush, a walk in the middle of the day, cooking lunch instead of grabbing fast food, working on a project just because it interests you, quiet afternoons that feel joyful. This kind of fun doesn't make highlight reels, but it makes life good. And honestly, isn't that the kind of fun most people are really after? You know what I mean? I remember when my sons were small, you could buy them the best toys money could buy. And sometimes they would have more fun with a cardboard box than the expensive toy. It's all about your perspective, I think. Now, fun really isn't optional in retirement. It's essential. Fun keeps you mentally sharp, improves physical health, strengthens your relationships, and gives your days more meaning. It's not just about stopping work. It's about starting a life that feels better, more balanced. Fun gives structure without stress, purpose without pressure, and joy without deadlines. If your retirement feels dull right now, try this. Schedule fun on purpose. Don't wait for it to happen. Say yes more often, especially to things you're unsure about. Now, I'm not talking about phone calls trying to scam you out of your life savings. No, definitely say no to that. Now, I'm talking about things that you know could be fun, but that you don't think you can do. Don't limit yourself or keep yourself from enjoying life. We only live once. Start small. Fun doesn't have to be expensive or dramatic. Let go of the productivity guilt. You don't need to earn rest anymore. Fun is allowed. You've earned it. So if you're wondering whether retirement can actually be fun, the answer is yes, if you let it be. Retirement isn't the end of the road. It's the open road, baby. And how fun it becomes, that part is up to you. Question for you. What's something fun you've started or want to start in retirement? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If this video helped or encouraged you, hit the like button, subscribe, and stick around because this channel is all about making retirement an adventure worth living. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you down the road.